Hello everyone, Dr. Naveen here from EdCampus. So this is a short video on the latest INICET updates. What is this INICET? INICET is Institute of National Importance Combined Entrance Test, and there is a common entrance test for all the AIIMS institutes. There are 8 AIIMS institutes in India, all India fame, and we also have JIMPER, NIMHANS and PGIMER. So in this short video, I'll be discussing what are all the important dates and also who is going to conduct this test, the final authority, and we'll also try to discuss some of the important aspects of prospectus. Why it is important? Because this is the first time we are going to face this INICET exam, right? So you need to understand the eligibility criteria and also what is the process of application, and very importantly, what is the scheme of examination. Okay, so we'll try to answer this with the help of this video. We'll get into a bit details of this, but before going into the details, let me tell you, yes, the life of a medical PG aspirant is loaded with full of surprises for the last 2 to 3 years. First thing, I'd say 4 years. First thing, we have come up with this NEET PG test. Okay, so they scrapped all the state entrance examinations. Okay, so there's no separate state entrance examinations. You are asked to write a common entrance test, and later on there is a news about next which is gonna come up, and also the AIIMSPG exam has suddenly changed its examination pattern. Okay, so there is a change in pattern of MCQs. 7 different pattern of MCQs were asked in 1 or 2 AIIMSPG entrance examinations, and now there is new surprise, that is INICET. So yes, it is full of surprises, and as a medical student myself in the past, I used to worry about applying for different examinations. For example, you need to give a different application for JIPMER, NIMHANS, PGIMER, NEET PG and also AIIMS. And also these exams are conducted 2 times in a year. They'll be doing a Jan session and also July session. So July or November session. So the biggest problem here is almost you need to travel to different cities or different examination centers almost 10 times in a year, and it's a long lasting wish that there should be a common entrance test across the country. And I think it's coming to an end. We are going to have a common entrance test very soon in the name of NEXT. But before that, because of the COVID pandemic, the good news is a bit early. So all these 4 institutes, AIIMS, PGH Chandigarh and NIMHANS and also the JIPMER from Pondicherry has come up with this beautiful idea of conducting a combined entrance test for PG courses. So they'll be covering MD/MS and also 6-year courses of DM and MCH and also the MDS. And this January session, they have released some of the important dates here. So the exam is in the morning session, that is 9 to 12 p.m. Usually NEET PG happens in the evening sessions, that is 3:30 to 7. So why this timing matters? Because morning is fine, but most of the medical PG aspirants are of that mindset that they read late in the night and wake up a bit late in the morning. So for them, you have to regularize your timetable. And also most of the medical PG aspirants in the study rooms, they have this habit of sleeping in the afternoon so that they can wake up for longer duration in the night times. So for them, when there is NEET PG exam, you need to be attentive during this 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. time. And also, so regularize your circadian rhythm, the biological cycle. Make sure that you sleep early and wake up early, and make sure that you are active in the afternoon sessions, because in the next 2 to 3 months you are going to be bombarded by these 2 big exams. One is INICET and other is NEET PG. So the timing of INICET exam is 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. Let me quickly give you some details about the important dates here. The process is already started. They started it in September itself, but now the basic registration is gonna end on 12th October. Okay, on 12th October. So if you haven't done basic registration yet, please finish it off. But if you have given last 2 years of AIIMS exams, they have come up with this concept of single basic registration for all the exams. So if you have done basic registration for the last year exam, so you don't need to do this process again. So you can prepare on yourself happily without looking at the website till 19th. Okay, till 19th October, don't worry. But in between in between 14th to 17th, if you're applying for the first time, make sure that you visit AIIMS website once to check for the status of registration. Sometimes what happens, I had seen students uploading incorrect images or not following the protocol. Based on that, the AIIMS is rejecting their application. So make sure that you, in between 14 to 17, once you go to the website and check the status. If it is accepted, well and good. But the final status will be declared on 19th. Okay, 19th. So what is after that? After basic registration, the next procedure is generation of RUC. That is registration unique code. Let me tell you, basic registration is common for the last 2 years of exam. So if you have applied it, don't worry. But don't think that RUC is also common. Each exam has a unique registration code. That's the reason it is called as registration unique code. Okay, so make sure you generate it for this current exam also. Previous RUC codes are not valid for the current exam. Okay, and this process is starting between 9th October to the 26th October. Okay, 9th October to the, and meanwhile, while applying, you also need to submit caste certificates, economically backward certificates, and also physically challenged certificates. So you make sure that you upload them, and see, for certificate upload and all, they have given enough time. Okay, so you can upload it till 20th November 2020. So there is enough time left to upload your caste certificates and all, so don't worry. Now after this, when after checking your status on 9th October, you again need to get into the website on 3rd November to look at the final registration status, and also come back again on 10th November for admit card. Okay, 10th November for admit card, and the exam is on 20th November. So all these key dates, if you are a part of any social platform of MedCampus, you will be notified, so don't worry. So these are the 4 important key dates, that is basic registration final status, and the generation of the RUC code, and the final up status. And 10th November you have to download an admit card, you have to look for the admit card, and then exam is on 20th November. Exam is on 20th November. Please make a note of it. And results will be in a week time. It's 27th November. Most of the times you may not need to wait for AIIMS exam results. So NEET PG, it might take 1 month or 1.5 months, but AIIMS has this reputation of releasing results very quickly. Okay, so very early. Now we're done with the important dates. Now let's get into the main content of the video, that is who is going to conduct it. It is AIIMS New Delhi, the sole authority of conducting this test, the sole authority to collect applications, to collect fees, and also declaration of results. But admission criteria, the hostel fees, seats left, etc. are actually updated by respective institutes. For JIMPER it is separate, for NIMHANS it is separate, for PGI Chandigarh it is separate. Okay, so AIIMS is gonna have is having some consultations with nodal officers which are elected from all these reputed institutes of national importance. Now this exam is similar to AIIMSPG exam because they are the one who are conducting it. It's twice a year exam. So after this, next exam will be in the July. Okay, you will be July session, and this time you are giving the November session, that is next January session. And on the basis of performance of the candidates in the exam, you are going to get a score called INICET score. Okay, so they are giving INICET score in percentile form. You will get a percentile here, and based on this, admission is made into all these reputed institutes. Next, quickly let's look at the prospectus which is released recently. So what is this? Prospectus has 2 parts. Part A by main AIIMS and part B by respective institutes. So when I say respective institutes, they haven't released so far. So by the time I'm recording this video, we haven't received part B, but don't worry, because this part B contains only institute specific eligibility criteria and also salary based, what is the stipend they're going to give, what is the rule of leaves, hostel facility information, what is the admission fee, and what if you leave the seat and go to another institute, what is the penalty you're going to pay. All these things are in part B. And at this point of time, with exam is around in 30-40 days, I don't think you need to bother about all this stuff. Okay, so don't look into part B. and don't waste your vital time. Just now try to look at part A, that only important aspects which you need to know. The first thing is criteria. I'm not giving you the details of cities of examination. Just go through the prospectus, and don't worry, when you are making a registration, anyway you will come to know which city is available. But make sure that you apply very early in this pandemic time, in this COVID time. Make sure that your exam center is near to your home, okay, your home city. If you delay it, you might need to travel to another state, and there's risk of getting contacted with COVID. Okay, so make sure you apply very early. And what is the application fee, what is the process and scheme of examination, very important. So this is how this is very vital, because different examination boards have different pattern of examination. So how they are in a club these together, let's look into this. And what is the method of seat allocation, we'll be looking into it. So eligibility criteria, if you're belonging to SC or ST, in the final exam you need a 50 marks aggregate, okay, sorry, 50% of the marks. For all other categories, including OBC, creamy or non-creamy layer, and also economically weaker section category, you need to score 55% marks in aggregate or more than that. Application fee is 2000 rupees for general OBC and foreign candidates, and in economically weaker sections SC and ST it is around 1500 rupees, okay, and it is free for persons with benchmark disabilities. Now, what is the process of application? You know, go to the website. You need to generate that basic registration followed by registration unique code, everything we discussed. But we are always worried about, if you are from a reservation background, okay, you are worried about the format of the certificate, okay. The format of the certificate should be compatible with the national exams. I had seen students going to counseling centers, there getting seats in the OC category instead of reservation, just because their certificates are not in the prescribed pattern by this national board. So there is, in the prospectus itself they have given the format required, okay, what the certificate shape and structure is clearly given. Make sure that you carry the certificate in the prescribed pattern, okay, and uploading of the certificates is till 20th November. If you don't have any certificate so far, make sure that you apply it fresh. And what is the validity of the certificate? If it is OBC non-cream layer certificate, if you are from OBC non-creamy layer, make sure that it is issued in between 27th October 2019 to 20th November 2020. So they have given a 1 year grace period. So if you have taken it for the last year exam, so it is valid for this session too. Similarly, economically weaker section certificate should be before the date of examination, and it should be valid similar to this 2021. And also, because each year the financial status of the person might change, so they are a bit strict here. And similarly, for SC, ST or physically background, certificate should be issued on or before. They haven't given any restriction or limitation as such. It's fine even if it is more than 1 year old. And what is benchmark disability? Don't worry about this, but the disability should be more than 40%, and certificate should carry that the benchmark disability is more than 40% for them to be eligible to get admission under that criteria. And next is the certificates uploaded by applicants for reservation or relaxation will be scrutinized at the time of seat allocation. That is phase 3 of the INICET is the seat allocation. So they will be scrutinized there. For example, if the certificate is not uploaded in a prescribed format, and if it is not valid, if there is any issue with the dates and all, you will be admitted under the general category. There will not be any reservation. So make sure of that you upload a proper certificate. Okay, it's a valid certificate. Next, what is the scheme of examination? So most of the students are waiting to know the pattern or scheme of the examination. See, one thing is pretty clear. This exam is conducted by AIIMS. Okay, so when it is conducted by AIIMS, the pattern is more or less similar to the AIIMS pattern, right? It's a 3-hour exam and it contains 200 MCQs. But of late, recently, AIIMS has come up with this idea of 7 different type of questions. These 7 different types or patterns of the question are: one is single choice, which is usually done. These single choice questions are also seen in JIMPER and also NIMHANS. single choice answer. There will be only one correct answer. Single answer type, I don't call it as choice, single. So these are all multiple choice questions, you only single answer. But multiple answer questions, multiple correct answer questions are seen in PGI Chandigarh. But even this pattern is also included in the previous year AIIMS exams. But last year, the last session, July session, what they did is, because of this pandemic crisis going on, they have all the 200 MCQs in the recent exam are of single correct answer only, and most of them are single liners. Maybe because of the pandemic going on, the board might have thought that let's not trouble the students at this point of time. But this time, because PGI and JIMPER are also included, so you might expect questions which are more clinical, because questions from JIMPER are clinical mostly, more neurocentric, because NIMHANS has this syllabus of neurology, psychiatry, neurosurgery, right? So more neurocentric, and more number of multiple answer or multiple correct choice questions. So they said that the detailed scheme of question paper, method of marking and percentile score, they are coming up with very shortly. But don't worry, because they have clearly given that it contains 200 questions for 3 hours, and there will be single correct and multiple correct choice questions. So definitely you will have these two. The other multiple completion type questions, assertion reason questions, extended matching type questions, they will be there anyway. So you have to follow last 5 years of AIIMS papers with special focus on last 2 years of the papers for the current pattern. And also make sure that at least 2 to 5 years of papers of these NIMHANS, JIMPER and also the PGI Chandigarh, but it's second priority. But make sure that you practice AIIMSPG mock test, AIIMSPG previous year solved papers, because it is AIIMS board which is conducting this test, and AIIMS is a reputed institute and it has this credit of conducting the first exam on a grand scale throughout the India and also throughout the world. Nobody else has conducted, so it carries this reputation. And now because of this pandemic, all these exams are clubbed together. So make sure that you cover all the questions and all important topics related to the AIIMS. Okay, in the description you will find a link, okay, below this video. In the description box you'll find a link of all the topics which are important for AIIMS, and we have added the respective challenges, respective mock tests for this, and also the pics which are important, related pics, and also important articles. So everything is clubbed into a single document, and it is uploaded in the it is added in the link section below. Please go through it and just be AIIMS centric. Just be AIIMS centric, because it's only 30-40 days left, right? But if you want to prepare for other exams also, at least 2 to 3 years of previous year papers from JIMPER, NIMHANS and PGI Chandigarh. And they're giving percentile scores, not percentage, percentile scores, and based on that you will be given admission. And they have given percentile cutting ratios or ranges. 50th percentile is the minimum cutoff for unreserved students, and also for reserved students it is 45th percentile. Now, what is the tiebreaker? This is very important. Many of the students or aspirants are least bothered about this tiebreaker, because each exam has a different tiebreaker criteria. Okay, previously they used to give weightage for MBBS percentage, but see, let's see, MBBS percentage is actually there's no verified results. People might upload different numbers, so rank might change. So now don't worry about your aggregate MBBS percentage. It is only a pass criteria. Okay, you have to score more than 50% aggregate to be able to get an admission, but it's not a tiebreaker criteria. What are the two tiebreaker criteria they have mentioned? If two X and Y get same marks, the person with less negative marks, the person will be given better rank. Okay, less negative marks. If even the negative marks will also match, in that case a person who is of older age is given priority. So this is the tiebreaker criteria given in the prospectus. And yes, seat allocation, that means the counseling will be online, so don't worry, you don't need to go to Delhi and get a seat. So it can be done at the comfort of your home through online counseling. Now one more thing I wanted to add at the end. This is very important, because Many of the students are messaging me or in our social platforms trying to contact us that I have mentioned something wrong, my registration is not happening, there's issue with my name, and also I have already paid the amount but it is not getting updated. I paid it twice, I paid it thrice. So for all these I don't have any answers. The final answer will always come from this AIIMS board, and they have given these details. Please try to email them on aims.inicet@gmail.com. okay, but this email should go from registered email ID of the applicant, and in this email along with the subject, don't forget to mention your registration ID and name for better response from them. When I say better response, don't worry, it's a government board, because there will be so many queries, it might take some time. So it might take up to 3 working days, they have given it. Okay, so the section makes all efforts to reply as early as possible, but on the number of queries received, it may take up to 3 working. So the maximum, at least wait for 3 more working days instead of going and yourself wasting time in social platforms asking questions and discussing. So instead focus your time on revising more. Okay, so next thing is telephone number they have given, toll free number, make a note of it. But they only work in government timing. See, Monday to Friday 10 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 1. If there is a national holiday, they won't pick up your phone. And very soon, now I had checked it, the grievance portal is not there, but they are also coming up with this grievance portal within your user profile. When you log in with your basic details, in that there is a grievance portal. You can directly chat with them or message them without all this fuss. Okay, these are the 3 ways you can contact them. If by any reason if you have paid twice, don't worry, the bank will revert it back. Okay, don't run after them, just forget about those 1500 or 2000 rupees. It will anyway within 7 to 10 working days it will get redeposited into your account. Even after that, if it doesn't happen, then go and talk to them, but don't waste your time in running after this examination board instead of revising. Okay, and if you have any legal issues with them, they have clearly mentioned that though exam is for JIMPER Pondicherry, though the exam is for NIMHANS Bangalore, PGI Chandigarh, but whatever legal issue is there, it will be dealt under the jurisdiction of only Delhi court. Okay, only Delhi court. This is what they have mentioned. So these are the only important aspects of prospectus. Beyond that, don't waste your time in opening the website. Only on selected days go and check once, and join our social platforms. We'll be alerting you on the specified days. Okay, so don't worry. And let me also give you some INICET mock test preparation strategy. So last 5 years of papers, as said, just focus on AIIMSPG. If time allows, at least 2 to 3 years of PGI, JIMPER and NIMHANS. Okay, and make sure that you join any AIIMSPG mock test series. We at MedCampus already have mock test 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are coming up with 2 INICET grand tests or mock set, that is 1, 2. So you will have almost 6 mock tests with all the latest pattern questions with detailed explanation and analysis. So you can find the links in the description box. If you want to join MedCampus and practice them, you're really welcome. And also try to revise high yield topics. So we are also releasing a topic bank in the description. Click on the link, go to the topics and revise them with the help of MedCampus. So all the best for your upcoming INICET and also the NEET PG 2021 session.